Okie doke, we're almost done. Last step is just to hook up the power to the fence, and I can hear it pop, pop, popping. So that means we have electricity, and we're good to go. Here's my extra reel in case I need it. That extends back to the house, and I'll walk fast and talk. So, like I was saying, the sheep business is really a good business, not from a traditional economic business point of view necessarily, although I think it can make good money too. But that's not the primary reason I do it. The primary reasons that I do it are, number one, I think about that verse in scripture that says, if any man provide not for his family, he's worse than an infidel. And, you know, there's an awful lot of jobs that people have that really don't provide or produce anything. And I'm not going to get into specifics because I don't want to offend anybody, but this job absolutely does produce something very necessary for life, food. And it's not just any food. It's not cornflakes, it's not hamburgers, it's not cereal, it's not, you know, a lot of the things that we traditionally call food. This is meat, and it's meat of the highest quality that I can think of. Historically, people have lived and thrived and been extremely healthy on this type of food. There's a book, Genghis Khan and the Making of the Western World, or something like that, and it talked about the Mongols and how they had animal food diets. They ate meat, milk, even blood. And a lot of other cultures eat eggs and different kinds of animal foods. But all these animal food societies are much healthier than the grain-based, tillage-based societies. And it talked in that book about how the Mongols just beat up on the Chinese all the time because the Chinese warriors lived on a grain-based diet and were not as healthy and strong as the Mongols. And this is one of the reasons why the Mongols became the greatest empire that's ever been on the face of the earth. I mean, the largest. And, you know, they honored Genghis Khan at Union Station not too long ago. And they should, because he is an impressive character. Obviously, he's not perfect. He was ruthless, but he did a lot of good, too. And this was one thing that he and the Mongol people did, was promote animal foods. So animal foods have a long, honorable history. They're not in the majority. Most societies throughout history have been grain-based. And that's an interesting study all in itself, which I won't get into now. But it really goes all the way back to Cain and Abel. And the famous Jewish historian Josephus has some interesting things to say about the Cain and Abel struggle. Abel was an animal foods guy. Cain was not. Cain was a plant foods guy, and he was, according to Josephus, the first guy to come up with tillage, which in my opinion is tantamount to raping the soil. We have massive soil destruction in our world today because of tillage. There are other factors too, but tillage is a huge driver of losing our soil and turning perfectly productive soil, such as existed in the northern part of Africa, but now no longer exists. It's a complete desert there. The Sahara Desert was man-made by deforestation, overgrazing, tillage, and so on. And this was all based on this paradigm founded by the patriarch Cain. So part of my life's work is to try to reverse that and try to get our societies back to the Abel paradigm, which is an animal-based food paradigm. It's healthier for our bodies as food. It's healthier for the soil. I'm actually literally rebuilding topsoil that has been degraded over centuries, and I feel good about that. And I've already mentioned how good this is for my body, just to get the daily exercise walking up and down these hills. And so I just can't emphasize enough what a great thing this is. And there's my truck, and I'm about to turn this off. But one more thing I want to mention is just the beauty of this thing from the neighbor perspective. I have been forced to get to know my neighbors because of this business, because my flock grew, didn't have enough land, I had to lease land, and that has been a wonderful thing because there's a lot of nice people around here, and I didn't know it before because I was just living in my little cocoon on my property, and that's what we Americans do, and the only interaction we have is on social media, and that's unfortunate. We should get out and meet our neighbors and get to understand their needs, try to love our neighbors in a genuine way, try to help our neighbors. And so this is what I've been forced to do in this business, and it's just a wonderful thing. Boots are a little muddy, so I'm going to throw them back here. I now lease from 2 large landowners, and I'm talking to a third one, and I've leased from tons of smaller ones. One of my neighbors recently said, "Dave, I want to have a block party. Can you call everybody, because you're the sheep guy and you know everybody?" And that's true. I am the sheep guy and I know everybody around here, and it's a really neat thing. So I just wanted to mention that. And as you can see, I am getting out of here, and I'm done with my sheep chores for the morning, and the sheep will be happy all day long, and I will see them in the morning. Have a great day.